Hey guys, have you ever thought about free will? Does the Most High give us free will? Does the Most High or not? Seems to me like you knew because you've heard it lots of times that you have free will. But then again, you're around so many different people trying to make you do their will. Like they tried to take it away, y'all. Like they the Most High or something. It's like, is the Most High the final judge? Or is man, meaning the humans, be it man or women, or male or female, as they say, who got the power to judge? I've traveled to different places, y'all, and sometimes I feel like I can't even share how I really think to some people because they're just so closed minded on their belief systems. I mean, some people, when I was in the Gambia, even had nerve to tell me who I was supposed to associate with and who I wasn't supposed to associate with. And they didn't even know me. Not at all. Just saw me on YouTube and just thinking that they could all of a sudden tell me what to do, even though I was associating with people who I had a relationship with for years. I believe in free will, y'all. I believe if the Most High gave me free will, who is any person thinking that they can take that away from me? And that's how I feel with all other people. I'm surely not trying to be anybody's judge, jury, and sending them to Hades. Let that be for the Most High, as they say. If every action has a reaction, your choice has a consequence. I believe in doing the good works prepared for you to do in advance. So is that free will? Who knows? Because some people tell me, even though they have the option of also being good and they have so much skill, be it in medicine or whatever, and they'll tell me, Stephanie, the Most High talked to you, but the Most High didn't talk to me. So they may feel like they don't have any responsibility to do good. Just say if they're a doctor that does heart surgery, they don't have no problem with just, quote, visiting an area that hardly has no trained doctors to do stuff that they do for a living. And that people suffered for them to be able to get training like that in the first place. And I just told them, if you just volunteered to go back and give back to the community, teach the doctors what you know, even if it's just say 4 years worth, and then go back to wherever they think that is, quote, heaven on earth. Wouldn't that be good? Imagine if somebody suffered for them to go to another country, gave them the opportunity, but they don't feel like they need to pay back. Even though before they left, they promised everything so they could get the opportunity. Oh, yeah, I'm coming back. Oh, yeah, I remember what y'all did, how y'all sacrificed for me to go. Oh, how little people forget. But, y'all, that's part of free will. That's how it goes, y'all. Free will, that each of us has an opportunity to do good, bad, or nothing. And you know what they say, evil flourishes when good people do what? Nothing. And back to me being afraid to let people know what I think when I travel sometimes. It's like one time I went somewhere with someone who was like all pro into what they believe in, but didn't have no problem with trying to manipulate me to get funds from me to pay their kids tuition arrears. I mean, they truly didn't care what I thought, long as they could get the money to pay they arrears. But for me, they didn't even want me to have free will to what I wore on my birthday, y'all. My birthday. It's like they was telling me I needed to change like I was a 5-year old, grown, older than them, supposed to be respected because I was an elder. And I said, I'm happy wearing this. Do you not care if I'm happy? And the person told me, no. They just wanted me to wear what they thought I should wear because they thought it made me look better. So I couldn't even have free will in what I wore. So, me being me, at least I wore half of what I wanted. I didn't take the top off that I thought was beautiful. I just changed the bottom. So maybe I was casual dress, I don't know. But I did look like the birthday woman. But I'm telling you, I could never live around someone who always thought that they knew what's best for me. Like I said, free will is my thing. And I thought free will was supposed to be for everybody. You imagine I bought books with that person and they was telling me that I shouldn't buy one of the books because it did this and because it did that. It's like a book. What do a book have to do with anything when I wasn't trying to make them read the book? The book was for me. And I said, you know what? I will not read the book in your house. I'm going to read this book when I get back to USA. And that was that. I still bought the book, y'all. You see my aunt? Y'all, I've been having this aunt for a long time. I used to even study back in the day when you used to order stuff online on DVD, and Munta Ashby was the teacher. And I wanted to learn all about Egyptian belief systems, about Ma'at, and all of that, y'all. And I remember sharing with somebody about the aunt. And I only shared just a little of the information, and instead of them doing the research on their own, they just jumped to the conclusion that this was idolatry. I've never met one person that worships the Ankh. The Ankh represents life, y'all. This part is the female uterus. This part is the male phallic symbol. It unites together because no life can exist without female and male. And that's that. Whether they do it in a laboratory or whatever, doesn't matter. It has to work only this way, male and female, to make another human being. That's how we come here. What's idolatry about that? This is life. It's just a symbol of life. That's how we come here, y'all. That's how we come here. It's our portal. This is our portal. The female is our portal into this plane of existence. Y'all, I bought these cards and I'm telling y'all, I haven't even tried to learn how to use them or anything, but it reminded me of the Matrix, about the Oracle and all of that. And I ain't gonna lie, I love representation, so the picture on the box got me. But you had to use different incense and something else, think herbs or something. You had to use that in a combination, like, and I haven't gotten everything I need. I think it's a stone that you need, and I have to see if I have that stone. The one I have don't seem like it, so I need to go to the store sometime or another and get that stone that's labeled that, because it's a place in Galveston you can go where the stones are not too expensive in the first place. Because I would like to learn. Y'all know I'm trying to fight Alzheimer's and dementia. So I got to keep making more neural pathways by learning new things. And some of the things I like to do is collect books and different things so I can learn something new all the time. I like to learn about different spiritual belief systems. I was, quote, as my cousin Nunn would say, born Catholic. And then later on, when I felt like I needed some emotional support, when I became a single or divorced single parent, I was a Methodist because they had a good single parent support group. Then later on, I moved to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was researching, even taking classes on ministry with higher dimensions. And it was connected to Oral Roberts University at the time. And y'all, all I knew was you do this and you learn. And I was so happy to learn this, you know. Had a great job, not for what they paid, but at least they let me fix my schedule like I wanted. And you never worked weekends, so that was good. So I could take all the theology courses I wanted to. And it was fine. I know that I could go to class every week. But anyway, y'all, I did graduate from there. And I got to research prayer and miracles and everything. And I prayed for healing for my stepfather. But no, y'all, he still went to the next level of existence. He had lung cancer. And he actually wanted to go, and my mother and I was holding him up by praying for his healing. He was in so much pain, y'all. So sometimes we try to take other people's free will away, trying to do good for them, thinking that we know what's best for people. So I'm telling y'all that I know that I'm not perfect, that sometime in my life I was one of the pushy ones who tried to make people believe what I believe, and if not believe what I believe, at least try to keep them alive when they wanted to go. That's just the way it is, y'all. I like to learn about the goddess because I had another book, y'all, that was talking about when God was a woman, that the first time people started worshiping, they started making their goddess statues. You know, the oldest statues on spirituality are female, because who are the life givers? The females, because they didn't want to think about who else had 50% hand in your creation. So no matter what, it always ends up being the aunt, the male and the female, for creation to happen. But you do start off as a female in utero, and then later on, 50% of us or less become men. But anyway, I studied the Kabbalah before. I need to study more, y'all, because I just thought that it seemed to be so mystical and and that you could have power just from knowing more. And that was even before I had all this obsession with making more neural pathways, reading about the Rastafarians. They was always interested to me, y'all, because even when I was back in the day going to clubs, Caribbean clubs, they play all the Rasta music, and it was like, even though they talking about the creator, they're still dancing to the music, like David. And he was playing this music anywhere, be it in the club or your home or whatever, that nothing was separated. So I was really, really intrigued by the thought of it. Many, many books on my aunt. Did I get to read all of them from cover to cover? No, I ain't gonna lie about that. Studying with the Hebrew Israelites for a year when I was in Atlanta, Georgia, or Stone Mountain, Georgia, and telling you the congregation of the Tabernacle of Israel, I learned lots of things with them. Tried to learn a little Hebrew and everything. But I'm telling you, I learned that it's different pathways to the same thing. Telling you, I was so addicted to collecting Bibles when I was doing Bible study with one of my friends. Shout out to my friend James. I know he don't even watch my videos, but I think that put it out to the universe and he'll know that I'm thinking about him. I'm telling you, we used to research all week long, talk to each other on the phone, talking about Bible passages. Yeah, we was Bible addicts. Used to have times when we'll sit down and watch a Bible story on DVD. And when I first was converted to Seventh Day Adventist, they used to leave little VHS tapes on my door, and I'd watch it, and then I'll hang it back on the door and call the number, and then they'll come pick it up. No pressure. But I just thought the stuff was so interesting. Even this one, the Peshitta Bible, so interesting that people can say similar things without saying exactly the same thing. And you could say, I didn't understand it as well as when I got more sources, that the more sources that I found, the more that I could understand the concept. And even books out here about Yoruba spirituality. I have one of my relatives that practices Ifa, and she didn't even know that I studied and respected African spirituality from the beginning. And y'all, we have African retentions, because even though I was brought up Catholic, my relatives would take me, close relatives now, I don't think this was some random relatives, would take us to get, quote, readings And with the readings, when they get done, they end up giving you Bible passages to read that would help you, sometime candles to burn. And it was all connected with Catholicism. Even a lot of time, the readers would go to Mass that morning, and we would be waiting at the reader's house until after they came home from Mass. So it wasn't separate, and there is the African retention. But since people want to say, if you still believe in this or that you're bad and that you may go to hell, that you don't share what you actually do or have done with everybody. Because you don't want to hear their stuff of them wanting to be more powerful to you than the Most High themselves. I'm like, aren't they afraid to think that they're God, they have more power than the Most High, that the Most High gives you free will as a gift? That how could they think that they have a right to take it away? I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. I have a fear of the Most High. So me trying to take somebody's free will away now that I'm what? Awake? I don't know if my third eye is open, y'all, but I do understand that free will is real and that we have to learn tolerance of other people and not be pushy to other people of what we believe, you know? That everybody has a right to believe what they believe. All I pray is that the world will have peace, not just in one part of the world, but in all of the world. And I know I'm dreaming of paradise, but beliefs and dreams, that's a choice, right? So until next time, subscribe if you have not, comment, like, and share below. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you can know whenever I go on again. If you want me to be doing a live on something, let me know. And now that I have my laptop, I can try to do a live. Long as you don't try to be all aggressive on me. At 72, my mind can't be taking all this aggressive stuff. We have some nice, interesting conversations. I would love it. So, anyways, until next time, y'all. Peace, peace, power to the people. I'm out, y'all. Bye.